Buying a home for the first time can be a harrowing experience, even a traumatic event. The cost, the location, the moving, the packing, the cost. Did we mention the cost? PCN recently met up with a local real estate company that does their part to take a little of the fear out of the home buying experience and also helps to transition soon-to-be homeowners into a whole new life.
A common question that people will ask me is, what is the process of buying a house? For my first-time home buyers, I know that they're being bombarded by family, friends, people that they're working with, trying to give them advice on the best way to purchase a house. Everybody hears it's a buyer's market, it's a buyer's market. Right now, actually, it's quite the opposite. Low inventory is what we have, and it's a seller's market. But you should know that from a buyer's perspective, what you need to do in order to be prepared to buy a house.
The most important thing with home buying is educating yourself. The first time I went through the process, I don't think I had a clue. I was just trusting all my advisors. But then I became an agent myself, and I fully knew the process of home buying. So when I did purchase my first home, I knew what to expect.
Every time I have a first-time home buyer come to me, one of the things I always suggest is that they come and sit with me in my office and we go over the whole process. I want them to be familiar with the terms they're going to hear, the paper that they're going to see, the offer to purchase and what it looks like and what it feels like. One of the things that I also do in my office with my office manager is we teach first-time home buyer courses. And we've been to the Department of Transportation, we've done them for QCAP, which is Quincy, in different towns like that. The same package that we use when we teach that class is what we sit down with our buyers the first time and go over the whole process with them. It can be completely overwhelming, but you want to enjoy the process. You definitely don't want to look back at this and say, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. So this house that we're in right now was actually a first-time home buyer's home. One of the things that they did is they did some little minor renovations inside cosmetically, and they added a little farmer's porch to make it their own. One of the things that they really love about this house is the proximity to get to the commuter rail and to the center of town. So that really worked out for them. So just know what your situation is. If you have to work in the city, then you might want to be concerned about being that close to the commuter rail. And if you like to be near beaches and all that, just keep that in mind. This house has a little bit of all of that, so that's why it was appealing to them.
First-time homebuyers can find the whole process of purchasing the home to be stressful and confusing, and what they try to do at Boston Real Estate Connect is take a lot of that anxiety and guesswork right out of the equation.
So as a first-time homebuyer, I didn't know how many people were really involved in me purchasing a home. We had 2 sets of agents, 2 sets of attorneys, a home inspector, an appraiser, all these people that have your best interest or that are fighting against you in the negotiation process. It's a little overwhelming as a first-time home buyer because you don't know the ins and the outs, and you have to trust people to get you through, because it is a roller coaster ride. There are ups, there are downs. It's very emotional. That's why you have to stick to your guns and know how much you can really afford and not get pushed over and spending, just $5,000 more, because in the grand scheme of things, what's $5,000 in 30 years? Well, that could be you eating ramen noodles for every night for dinner versus, living the lifestyle that you once lived as a renter without all the extra stuff that comes along with being a homeowner.
Reporting from Pembroke, I'm Brian Sullivan, PACTV Community News.